Chaf Bet, then it says, Tikkun Shishi, Chanikva Ashgacha Bakicho. And he had mentioned over there that there's possibility this word bay, where Erich Anpin is inside his Anpin, and then the word bay. And he said on different kinds of ways we could look at that. He says, Hanikva Ashgacha Bakicho, but Yuvoyer Ata Tikkun Hashvi, Hanikva Trin Nufin to pardashka. They're called the two openings of the pardashka. Shehu Bechin Shnei Nikva Hachitim, there's the nostrils, Shal Erich Anpin. This is the from this place is his oras of ruach chaim. They call it tachtainim. Yavur explains like this: Ki tikkun hazeh, this tikkun na'aseh benikver b'chaytim al yedech b'malchus the ratio shelo isyada. So this happens as a result of that. So I was just thinking, what's the order here? He said normally it's netzach chod yisod, which is that seems to me that it's slightly, at least in the segel kind of formation. Over here you have yisod in the forehead, which is up above the eyes, and then in the eyes you have netzach and hod. So it's like a reverse segel, and then you come down to malchus in the middle. It's another segel. That's a segel. So I don't know, just showing you, just looking at how these are lined up. The ratios of lo isyada amislavshim b'chaytim, which is closed in the chaytim. So I send trin nukvin to pardashka. Let's just read it and then we'll go back. Hatiga nechashvi hu shnei nekavim shal chaytim Erich Anpin hanikva pardashka. Now I had a question about what word. Obviously it's a foreign word. It's an unusual sounding word. Pirish pardashka hu amud chalol. It means a hollow column. O kone chalol, or a reed, a hollow reed. So this is what the form of the chotim is, which is empty. And it wakes from this place, though, the ruach comes up. Ruach is something that can go into an empty space, pass through an empty space. The idea is that it brings a concept which really is not developed over here of a ruach chaim, but it's actually, it's just basic. I guess the pshat is that's what it is. They call it tachtainim, all the lower worlds. Because one a chaim comes out of one of the nostrils. A higher level, a bit more penimistic level. So I guess he says, that's the concept of the ruach chaim. It's some kind of ruach that, which I assume is an ore that passes through the nose, and it has the two nostrils act as a tikkun for it. So this then comes to zer anpin. Zer anpin shal yada hanhagas kol olamos, and through zer anpin, who is actually how everything happens in this world, it brings out this ruach, this breath. I'm going to translate breath of life. So also comes out from him this breath of life. So not only that, it breathes life into all of the spheros, and also down to us. So he says this tikkun, how does this happen? It happens as a result of the hislavshus of malchus shall reishul lo isyada b'chaytim shall Erich Anpin, because it's in the noses that the malchus is there, and it's in the nose, and malchus is like the collector of everything. Maybe that's shot over there. Okay, let's go back and let's look at number. There was a trin nukvin, and I do have a few places I think we could look at. So he says. Reba Harvest Lael Yisech Bechalushuva B'Shem Kam Mefarshim Shemilas Debay Hanal Shaykh Khan V'Kan V'Tzarech Lom Debay Trin Nukvin the pardashka, that in it also, I don't know, somehow from this coming from the eyes, it's this element that's coming into the pardashka as well, Ein Sham. So he says you could see this in the Sefer Avyadios. I don't know what that is. Shabir Khan Gavalas Milas Debay. The Tikkun Nukvin de pardashka. So the Tikkun for the Nukvin de pardashka, Talia Tikkun Ein Bekichu. So that's the concept is that the two of them, as their anpin looks, somehow there's a relationship between that looking and being panimi to the ruach chaim that comes out of the nose. Ein sham man shabir bezechah deviv derek man b'yitzrak. V'rei b'ha'ara v'sham d'yesh b'farshim shemidas debay musav adol el sham. So there's also, that's the way that we originally learned it, that the bay really refers to the enayim. V'hein b'ha'ara b'fim ein sham. So he said we said that. Now let's go to number Ayin Aleph. It says, Tren Nukvin de pardashka ha-tikkun ha-shvi, which is the seventh tikkun. I'm not sure if I wanted to do this one, but I'll do it anyway because I marked it. V'zecha v'shanda v'tikkun ha-v'zecha b'chu nukva de pardashka v'chu b'chutman de Erich anpen ad kan. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. So number Ayin base, after Ayin Aleph, v'hu shnei nikhavim, shall chaydim Erich anpen hanikra pardashka, which is called a pardashka. So now he says Rei b'shem ma'amar b'rashbi, olam b'shem the ksiv yad v'zrizal, pirish nikve pardashka. So he says the explanation. What is nikve pardashka? Aim nikve hachaydim ad kan. So he's just backing it up. Rei gam be'idra rabba also there v'chutba hu pardashka. So we have that same idea. So apparently he's answering the question, is it a suffix about whether the chotim is actually the pardashka? This word is kind of unusual. But he's not really attacking the word, ad kan. I don't think so. Here b'sefer Ruach David, he says, Hala idra rabba, b'shem Rizal, he says, Hai chutba hu pardashka. So this knows that's the pardashka. Pirush shezecha b'chut achotim shel Erich anpen an nizgar kan hu har pardashka haniska v'sifra D'tzniuta. So he says these are all the same things. Ad kan. V'chein hu b'sefer Emes Yaakov. Okay, so let's just go down to the second to last line, and it says, V'atam adavar. The reason for this, shetikin zecha b'tzarik shnei nekavim. Why does this tikkun need two different nekavim? V'lo saga b'nekadiv achad. So why do you have to have two? So he says that you have to go back to the Ots of Urim and Perek Aleph. That's in Siman Kuf Kaf Gimel Os Aleph, which is where we were. We looked at that already and started getting the concept of Bereshis, so different things. I'm not sure exactly what he said, and I would have liked to have known that, but I didn't get it. So let's go on from number Ayin Bet. The Bepirit Pardashka Hu Amud Chalul. Number Ayin Gimel. He says, Hooray b'mayim ganim, b'zel l'shono, the pardashka, that word, pirushu amud chalul. So he wants to back up again what the word pardashka means, b'mish the b'sechtes oholos ad kan. So apparently he says that, what does he say? He's saying that, look for this word, that pardashka, pirush amud chalul, b'mish the b'sechtes oholos. Perek Zion, he says Mishnah Zion. Okay, ad kan. V'chein chu b'feirid sharamaz, he says about idra zuta. Umuva b'nitzutzi oros, v'chein rei b'bir hagro, all over there kan. Let's get over there. He says o pardashka hu amud chalol patuach, which is open. Kavosha Kasif, I don't know, a Rash, a Perek Vav, the Ocholos. So he said, Pardaskim. There it spells it slightly different. He says, Shnei Pardaskim, Ad Kan. Rei O B'ferish Ramaz, the B'zov Shekosach, the Losh of the Mishnah, B'shnei Pardaskim, that's the Pardashka, he says. He said, Zeh B'sad Zeh. They're next to each other. So he says, Romas the Sod Trin Nukvin to pardashka. So this is a remes of those two. He says the Shnei Pardaskim. It doesn't tell me exactly what Pardaskim meant over there, but he's using it. It says it means the same thing. The Sod betrin nukvin de pardashka. Shehem gam zeh kain zeh b'tzad zeh. So I don't remember what a pardashka meant over there. Ein shan. Al muva b'mikdash melech kasa behind the arekach al idra rabba the tevus pardashka he v'shin. You really have to write it with the shin. Smolis, that is smolis. I guess what was it? Smolis, a shin smolis. Melashon pardashka ayin. In other words, instead of a shin, it's a sin. So a sin smolis, Melashon pardashkayin sham. So that would be something for me if I was interested in looking at that. So then we're going to skip the next one and we're going to go to number Ayin Vav. So let's just read along from Ayin Gimel. It says, O kana chalo v'kayin zecha v'chu tzur sachotim shehu chalo. So this is the way the chotim looks, which is empty. So he said, V'is ar rucha l'kula. Be'inyan tikkun zecha v'chu shemis ardo v'menu ruach chayim l'kol ha'tachtainim, is that it's able to awaken this breath of life to all the lower worlds. So here we are on number Ayin Vav. We're skipping it, and we're going to Ayin Zayin. Sorry. So it comes to Zer Anpin. So he says, Rei Sifra D'tzniuta the Chomon. Nishba the pardashka the chatika the zer anpen, below ruchalo is kaim ad kan. Without the ruach, there's no life. Let's see what it says over the bechachutman the Erich anpen, who pardashka the bay nashiv rucha chaychum the zer anpen, over the zer anpen ad kan. Zuta, bezel the shana bechachutman the Erich anpen. Benukva the pardashka the bay nashiv rucha the chay lezer anpen ad kan. Okay, we're going to go over that. So that's mostly slight references. I'm sorry about that. Amin zer anpin shal yada on hagos kol the. So since it's from zer anpin, is really that who leads the way the whole world works, of all worlds work. It brings Ruach to Chaim. Now I know I like number Ayin Tes. Let's go down to Ayin Tes. And also comes out as their Anpin. This breath of life, that's the one I want to look at. Let's see, we have 2 minutes. Okay, not much time. So the Rebbe Sifra D'tzniuta the Chalav of Perek Hey. So the rucha that blows out of the two nostrils, the pardashka. Mashek the tatoy, so it goes down, adkan. Berei bebir hagros, so the bra says Yashami also. Shabir the Zaldashona. Rucha this nash betrin nukvin the pardashka, so that rucha. Mashek the tatoy. So this seems to be just focusing on its going downward. The nashiv benukvin the pardashka the zer anpen, and it goes into the nukvin the pardashka the zer anpen. Kamosha amar the el prepared base. Nashbech the pardashka the atika the zer anpen. Ubiurach rabasham etc. The pardashka the bay nashiv rucha the zer anpen ein sham. Now that was just a basic, I guess, building it up again. The high rucha nashiv that's a toy b'bnei adam, so it winds up coming to us. And misham urcha the chayim l'rishayim be'elav shanim, and also you see that to the earlier generations of man that this ruach chayim was very strong. Be'elav shanim, but they lived for 1,000 years. Kodim dor mabel, before the dor mabel, kamosha amber of Tikkun, Tikkun ayin daf kof lamed zayin and etc. So where does this come from? It comes from the nukva pardashka. The Moshe Amba be'idra rabba. Mechad nukva b'chayin ayin sham. So that's the concept, chayim and chayim d'chayim. So it basically, that's what keeps us alive, ad kan. B'ayin sham od, look over there further. V'chein mavucha b'sefer halukutim. He said, Hashanimshach chiyus Nukve the pardashka, so this life force, this breath of life, comes out of the openings of the nose. Dam the yocheved, also to yocheved and to Miriam. What is Yocheved in Miriam? Shechem the Mata Ba'olam Haza, who existed in this world, of Yocheved or Miriam, sowed Leah Rachel. They're actually the secret of the two wives of Yaakov. Where do they come from? They get their strength from the two Nokve, the pardashka. The Mitaman is Mashek Ruach T'chaim B'Kula, because that's where the Ruach Chaim goes to everyone. That they brought life into the Yolodim. He's talking about they were able to reach into the level of the Nukva, the pardashka of Erich Pirish Shahoya Mamshichan L'chem Mechut M'Tachatika Hughes the Hachios, and that's where she was able to bring them back to life. Ad Kain. That's it.